Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Doughnuts baking vlog. Hope everyone is well. Few days ago, I did a poll on my Instagram and Facebook story on what to prepare for my next video. Whether it should be donuts or cookies, and majority opt for donuts, so donuts it is. Without much delay, let's get started. These are all the ingredients required for preparing our donut today. Take a weighing scale to measure all the required ingredients. We have all-purpose flour or maida, whichever way you would like to call it. That will be of 525 grams. Then the eggs. So the eggs can be varied from the sets of recipes you choose. In this particular recipe, we need 187 grams, 4 eggs approximately. Next is sugar, 74 grams. A yeast of 18 grams. I'll be using an instant dry yeast which is available at home. Add 90 grams of water. And then 75 grams of unsalted butter. Just in case you missed out anything on whatever I had mentioned, I provided all the recipe details in the description down below as well. Every time before I bake or prepare something using a flour, I prefer to sieve the flour first to avoid unnecessary lumps. I would also highly suggest you to do that. I'll be using a stand mixer to make the dough and to make my life a little easier. But for those of you who do not have a stand mixer at home, skip the exercise for a day and knead the dough. It's a great exercise for your upper body. Put all the ingredients together and start kneading the dough at the lowest speed, because whenever we make breads, it's really important for us to start in a slow speed until it all forms into one piece. Once the dough is mixed into one piece, you can increase the speed of the mixer in order to get the smooth result. If you start overworking your dough at the initial stage and put it on a higher speed, what would happen is you tend to oxidize your dough, which means you add too much oxygen inside your dough. Consequently, you'll end up getting a dough which has a ruined flavor, and I'm sure nobody would want that, right? In the meantime, let me tell you something about a window pane test. While we make the dough, which most of the people forget or maybe are not aware of, while kneading the dough to some certain stage, take a small portion of the dough and try to pull it gently from both sides. If the dough stretches without tearing, that means enough gluten strength is formed. That is a great sign, but if it starts tearing too much instantly, that means we need to knead the dough more. I think that looks good now. Why proofing is important? Because it helps create air pockets, such as making donuts, croissants, and all types of breads. Proofing also makes the dough rest and helps release carbon dioxide. As a result, the size of the dough will rise. Punch down the dough to deflate and release the air so that you can knead it and form into shapes and sizes you require. The approximate donut size will weigh about 70 grams, which we are about to make now. However, if you want a bigger donut size, you can wait according to your preference. Once weighing is done, make each piece into smooth round shapes and place it in a tray or a butter paper for a second proofing. But this time, you don't need to cling wrap to proof them. The size of the donuts will rise like this. After 20 to 25 minutes, once the dough is half proofed, take a ring size cutter and place them like this and make a hole in between and continue to proof it for another 20 to 25 minutes for the final proofing. In the meantime, let's prepare the lemon glaze for the donuts. Measure the icing sugar of 120 grams, a water and a lemon juice of 10 ml each. Mix them all together, add some lemon zest if you want more flavor, and heat it up until the sugar dissolves for about 2 to 3 minutes and keep them aside once it's all done. Take a generous amount of any vegetable oil and heat up to about 175 to 180 degrees Celsius. If you don't have a thermometer at home, heat the oil for about 3 to 4 minutes until it's hot enough to fry. Let's see how our donuts turns out today. What do you think, guys? I think I did a pretty great job. But we are not done yet. Let's dip the donuts in the lemon glaze we prepared earlier. Also, if you want a plain donuts, you're all good to have it as it is. If you want more twist, you can mix some castor or powdered sugar and a cinnamon powder in a ball and coat it in the donuts because it blends really well together. Donuts is best to have it fresh the same day it is prepared. However, when it comes to a plain or topped donuts, it remains fresh for 2 days at a room temperature and even up to a week if you keep them in a fridge, but not more than that. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video and hope you learned something from it. Would really appreciate your views and feedback in the comments below. Also, I would love to see your homemade donuts. So please feel free to share your pictures or videos, tag me in your stories, or share it through direct message on Instagram and Facebook. Lastly, but not the least, please make sure you subscribe to my channel for more baking videos and new recipes. You can also follow my Instagram page, Bake Tales, for pictures and snippets of my daily baking. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.